Broadcasting live from the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. You're listening to 90.1 FM from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam NewsMan, and this is Saturday morning. What in the world is going on around here? Good grief, can you guys shut that down? My goodness. Anyways, broadcasting live here out of the WDCE studios out of the University of Richmond. I am the most trusted puppet in media. We got all this static in the line. Is the line going to be okay for the next segment? It should be. Kid with a Kung Fu grip first in the chat. Here, this segment in the chat in Instagram. So, kid with a Kung Fu grip first. You know, first is one of those things that, goes back to the internet. The early internet, you would try to be the first person in the chat. If you're the first person in the chat, you don't even need to say anything witty, but a lot of times people would say something witty, but if you just said first, that just means you're on it like a hornet. So shout out to Kid with a Kung Fu grip being first. Skydro Walker in the chat as well. Here we are, we're broadcasting live on Saturday morning. And yes, it is that time. A couple of weeks ago we had the Kentucky Derby. Yes, Rich Strike won. Rich Strike won, but he's not going to be here at the Preakness. So the 147th Preakness is set to run on Saturday at the Palico Racecourse in Baltimore, Maryland, on what is expected to be the hottest day of the year so far in the city. Thankfully, the post time of 7:01 will not be at the peak of heat of the day, but it will still be plenty hot. So, forecast temperature at the start of the race is expected to be 91 degrees. 91 degrees. This will be a few degrees below the high temperature for the day, which is forecast to be 94. Yeah, there's a heat wave coming on here on the East Coast. So we broke records yesterday. I was talking about this at the top of the show. So we broke records yesterday. We're going to be breaking records today. Extreme heat means acclimation could be an issue. Now, this is coming from Ben Church over at CNN.com. So this is where I'm reading this from. Extreme heat means acclimation could be an issue. Heat early in the season affects people because their bodies aren't used to it yet. So, he's talking about people. I want to know about the horses, though. Kentucky Derby winner Rich Strike will not be featured in this Saturday's race. That's what I was just saying. The horse owners, Rick Dawson, said that while the race was tempting, it did not fit into their plans, meaning there will be no winner of horse racing's coveted Triple Crown this year. Okay, so we don't even really need to watch it now. We don't even need to watch it. Rich Strike's absence, 9 horses will line up to compete for the prestigious prize. And contenders will take inspiration from a shock result at this year's Derby. And of course, Hall of Famer trainer Bob Baffert will also miss the Preakness after missing this year's Kentucky Derby. In February, Baffert was suspended by the Kentucky Horse Racing Commission for 90 days after Medina Spirit's victory in the 2021 Kentucky Derby was disqualified. The horse failed a drug test after crossing the finish line first at the Derby. Baffert now appealed the decision, but the Kentucky Court of Appeals denied his motion for emergency relief on April 1st. April Fools. His suspension started on April 4th. The legendary trainer will not be allowed to participate at the Preakness due to Maryland's reciprocity statute. So if Maryland didn't have a reciprocity statute, Bob Baffert would be there. Pretty interesting, huh? Well, I don't know who's going to win. I don't have any money. I don't have any money bet on this one. I will be watching it. I'll be watching it, but I will not. I'm not betting on it this year. I'm not betting on it this year. I love how people talk about something that's, what did he say? Say what? Huh? Oh, so it talk about something that, so what, that is relevant. Relevant, meaning that today's Preakness isn't relevant? It is relevant. It's news. Hold on.
Hey, yo, why don't you talk about something that's relevant? Why don't you talk about relevance? Yeah, talk about relevance.
Yeah, of course, if you're listening to that on the radio, you probably don't get it. We're broadcasting live on Instagram. Kid with a kung fu grip, talking that smack. Kid with kung fu grip also. Shout out to Raw Talk Real Deal. ToyFiendCult.com. ToyFiendCult.com if you want t-shirts and still doesn't have stuff. At least that's what he told me before. Good grief. Anyway, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see all of you there. I have a few requests from the last 2 weeks that are coming up here in a few moments. So if you had a request and you hit me up on Instagram and you said, hey, could you play this on the radio? I have about four or five songs coming up here in a moment at the top of the next hour that were requested by you, the listeners. So I want to thank all of you for reaching out. For all of you reaching out and submitting. You can do that at any time. So if there's a cartoon theme that you want to hear, hit me up during the week at Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Twitter, at Sam Newsman on Instagram, at Sam Newsman on Twitter. You just tell me what song you want to hear me play. You want me to play. And I'll play it. Just like I'm going to play some songs at the top of the next hour. After I talk, I'm talking. Listen, I got things I need to talk about. UAPs, UFOs. Listen, we'll talk about it at the top of the next hour. We will. In about 5 minutes. So, until then what? We're going to head out. And we'll be back at the top of the next hour. From the most trusted puppet in media. Reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning. What are y'all playing? What is this? That's not what we wanted. Do you have anything else? Anyway, see, this is how radio goes sometimes. You guys don't have anything cued like you're supposed to have it cued. And then it all sounds weird. You have some kind of, what was that? No, I don't want to hear it again. Are you guys finally ready? You are. All right. Anyway, so we'll be back, like I said, at the top of next hour. You guys are silly. Can you guys not get the music right? No, I can just keep on talking. That doesn't bother me at all. I mean, everyone wants to just hear my voice anyway. So it doesn't really bother me that that everyone's still hearing me. I'm serious. Is it ready? All right, this is for all of you out there. Here you go.
Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go ninja, go ninja, go. Go, go, go.